YouTube? I'm Ty from the Gaming Helm, and this week we're going to explore another video. I know we already had one upload earlier, but I'm out of town next week, so I decided to give you guys a double dose of awesome before I am gone. But don't worry, I will be back safe and sound. And I already know we have covered Silent Hill in the past. That's why this episode will be titled Silent Hill Revisited again. But it's because I recently acquired an old Nintendo Wii, and with it came Silent Hill Shattered Memories. It was a remake of the original Silent Hill, and just like, I don't even know how to put it into words, except they really changed every little thing about this game from the original. It's completely different from any other Silent Hill. It's more along the lines of Outlast or Slender Man, and that's a good thing. Survival horror, really at its true form, you know, because this game makes you feel helpless. And yeah, like I said, this is a remake of the original. It's been done in certain respects in the past, but this one just really brought it to a whole new level. A perfect example of video game remaking has been done before, like the Resident Evil series. They've done it before, and Silent Hill has not so much copied, but borrowed the idea and has taken it to a whole new level. Maybe I should just show you a raw example of before and after. Before, after. Ooh, knife to the head. Taser to the crotch. Before. After. And here we have your protagonist, Harry Mason, just like in the original game, set in Silent Hill. The game's form is pretty easy to get a hold of. You do a lot of exploring, you see some spooky shit. You're pretty much alone most of the time, except for the odd local who happens to live in the town is completely unbothered by the fact that that person's maybe one of 6 people in the town. Okay, that's creepy as it gets. You get to take a couple of photos of ghosts, and whenever you do happen to meet a individual that lives in the town, you get to maybe learn a couple of hints. Maybe you receive information in a cryptic manner that it's more or less a riddle that you yourself, the protagonist, has to solve. And like I said, just like Silent Hill games in the past, there are puzzles that you have to solve. Some of them are annoying. You have to always keep your trusty flashlight aimed forward, because with the Wii controller, you're aiming the flashlight. It's really, really accurate as long as your motion sensor's facing you naturally. And ultimately, yeah, this is a Silent Hill that, if they had just changed all the names to original names, they could have just said, this is a completely new game altogether instead of a remake of the original, and they could have gotten away with it. That would have been completely okay, because essentially the only thing that's the same about this game from the original is that they're in Silent Hill. That is it. You'll get random calls or text messages at random from your cell phone, again adding a little bit of tension and atmosphere to the setting. However, every so often, once you advance to a certain point in every chapter of the game, reality, just like in Silent Hill does so often, will shift. And let me tell you something, that's when the shit really hits the fan. That's when things get trippy. Now, unlike previous Silent Hill games where all the static environment just seems to disintegrate or melt, no, everything freezes over. A perfect metaphor for, hell freezing over. But it's just pretty eerie how they do it, especially if you don't like the winter. It just really gets pretty spooky from here. One thing you should know about Silent Hill, until reality shifts over to the nightmare they call it, you won't encounter any enemies up until this point. But when reality does shift, when you enter what is called the nightmare portion, well, let me put it to you frankly as possible. What's a good nightmare without spooky monsters? And there's not too much of a variety in the monsters in this game, but trust me, that's probably not such a bad thing, because the few that you do encounter, they're going to be creepy enough, and yeah, need I say more? You don't really need too much creepy. I mean, let's just try and keep it in perspective. Yeah, Point that flashlight. You'll hear the static like in the previous games, giving away enemies' location when they get close. Oh my god! You're hideous! Jeez! You? Meh, not so much. You're just creepy, not hideous. Don't worry, hideous is not for everyone. And at this point in the game, when the monsters come out to play, run your ass off, because you have no way of defending yourself. Like I said, it's just like Slenderman and Outlast. You have no weapons. All you get is the odd flare that'll scare the monsters off, or at least keep them away from you, because they don't like the bright light. Even though your flashlight's brighter, and yet it doesn't seem to bother them in the least. Go video game logic! Woo! Yeah. You can hide in this game, and if you should hide in the locker, be sure to turn your flashlight off, or you'll give yourself away. But if those little bastards latch onto you, you must use your Wii controller, up and down, or left and right swinging motion, to throw them off you. Like so. It really does work well, but the main thing to do is don't panic. If you start going like this, then nothing will happen accurately. You'll just get yourself killed. Keep a cool, calm, collective head, and you'll be fine. Uh-oh. Oh! Elbow to the snout! That's right! You're down, and you're not dead. I'm gonna run away now. Don't mind me. I'm the hero, and I am gallantly running for my life. Uh-oh. Oh! Door to the face! It's brutal. Like I said, you can knock over anything to slow these little bastards down, give you an extra second or two of time to breathe. Crawling underneath objects might be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how close the enemy are to you. And ultimately, you feel just like a rat in a maze. An intense maze, where one little slip-up could probably get you killed. So, like I said, keep a cool head. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bitch! Yeah! I'm a real man! Throwing those little bastards right off me. And then running away from them. Because I know when they get up, they will be pissed! That's right. I'm sure there's a Forrest Gump joke in here somewhere, but nah, not worth it. Too predictable, I guess. Now, like I said, you get flares every once in a while. Don't think about stocking up on them, because you're only ever going to get one at a time. And when you use them, like I said, they illuminate, they scare off the uglies who try to kill you, and I should warn you though, they don't last that long. The flares have a finite amount of time until they expire and they become utterly useless, so use wisely. That's right. Oh, and I should also mention, the flares kind of impede your view. So you better really use it carefully. If you're lucky enough to survive the nightmare, then reality will reset itself back to normal. And then you can just drink this whole experience down with a cool, tall glass of therapy. Yes, sir. You heard me right. Therapy. And I wasn't kidding. I was being literal there. You actually, at the end of every nightmare, go through a therapy session. It's more or less a way to make you just calm down after freaking out. I question this shrink's integrity. I mean, look at the shelf full of powerful spirits on his desk. I mean, come on. It's pretty obvious this guy's an alkie, and yet he's going to judge you? You're going to make me realize what's wrong with me? You're going to see what's going on up here? You think you can figure out what makes me tick? Because once you get in, you're not coming out. You ready for it? Are you? I think not. I think not. No, don't agree with him. As an added treat for this episode, I decided to compile a little bit of a raw gameplay footage that I myself was playing simultaneous with the game. So basically this is the channel's first legitimate playthrough. It's just a minute long, but I wanted you people to see for yourselves my own reaction while playing this game. Even before the nightmare, I was always on edge. This game is so creepy, and you know what? I loved every second of it. Well done to the creators of this game. Thank you for bringing me yet another amazing Silent Hill, and I still can't wait for Norman Reedus to kick ass in Silent Hills for the PS4. It is going to be epic. Just epic. So, let me just close it off by saying thanks a lot for tuning into this exciting installment of the Gaming Home. This game does receive a well-deserved 9 out of 10. Let's just face it, it's very hard to be perfect in my world. It really is. I'm a little bit of a cynic because I really wanted to shoot these little bastards. You lose 1 point for no weapons. But whatever. 9 out of 10. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed. And see you next time. Take her easy. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Damn it! What the? Whoa! Whoa! No. Yes! That was something! Yeah, I'm not gonna... No. No. Fuck! What the hell, guy? New message. Blah 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 blah. Oh my! This goes on. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that is interesting. That is something I don't care about. You can be sure of that. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Hey, I think we're about out. I think we're about to be okay.